सत्यमेव जयते नानित्रम् उष्ठितं जागृतप्राप्य वरान्निभोजितम्. Hey, good morning. It is 5:45 a.m. in the morning, and we are live with you to reach the real Sanatana Dharma. In this episode number 18, in today's session, we will be reach with you, teach with you, preach with you the virtues and vibes of in relation to the equals. In the previous session, we have taught with you the virtue and vibes in relation to the superior power, how to connect with the supreme power and in connection to the make a senses of a good human being. In today's session, the virtues and vices in relation to the equal, we have next to consider our relation with the equals that surround us on every side and to know what virtues should be developed, what vices avoided in order to make our home and our outer relation harmonious and happy. Let us first think of these of the home, for they are of primary importance. Pure and happy homes in which family virtues are practiced make the foundation of prosperous state of structure and successful relation. We have seen the relations that should exist between parents and children, and we must now study those that should be found between the husband and wife, between brothers and the sisters. The Hindu scriptures are full of story of the love that should bind a husband and wife together, or conjugal love. The husband and wife are the same, says Manu. They are one, not two. Love makes the two into one. Love protective, sheltering, tender on the side of the husband. Love yielding, sweet, devoted on the side of the wife. Let the mutual fidelity continue until death. Ramachandra and Sita form an ideal husband and wife. They enjoy all life's happiness together and suffer together all time sorrows. They take counsel together in all perplexities and share together all the difficulties. We see them first in unclouded bliss, princes and prince, happy as the day is long. When the coronation of Ramachandra approached, we see them fasting and praying together when the shock of the senses sentence of exile come. Sita accepts it carelessly at first, caring only for her husband, presence, and she would go with him, she whose heart is wholly thine, knowing not another, ever clinging to thee, resolute to die if felt by thee. Thorns would touch her skin like soft linen, dust would be as sandal powder, grass would serve as blanket, roots and leaves as pleasant food. So long as she was by her husband's side, O Rama, the company is heaven, the essence hell. Only when he pled with her to remain behind does her heart fail her. And when he bids her come, she tosses gaily to her attendant all her costly robes and priceless jewels, stripping herself of all that women love, without a sign, caring only for the joyous fact that exile could not separate husband and wife. Happy as a girl, she is said to be playing in the forest glade, unmindful of the lost royal splendors, since she is night and day at Rama's side. But though she believeth she yet is wise, and we hear her counseling her husband with grave, thoughtful words as they wander on the outskirts of the forest of Dandaka. When she is carried away by Ravana, the mighty Rakshasa, how her husband love breaks forth in protected search in wild outbursts of lament. Sita, Sita, he cries in his anguish, and he searched for her, art thou hiding, art thou playing, oh come, such sport is my death. While lament and say Sita is exposed to every temptation in the unfaithful, to every terror and cruel threat, devoted to one husband, I will never be sin against him. With the wealth and the riches, thou canst count, not tempt me, as the rays of the sun are his own, so as I, Raghava's alone. And here the story of the Savitri who won her husband from the guise of the Yama, king of death, King Ashwapati of the Madra land, obtained a daughter by long worship of the Devas. They called her Savitri. Fair was she as a figure of gold and sweet as the jasmine flower, and the people worshipped her as a Devi come to them for their good deeds. When she came of age, her father said to her, choose thou a fitting husband for thyself. And she went forth search with royal retunes. When she returned after the lapse of the many months, the Rishi Narada was staying with her father, and in his presence she announced the choice that she had made. King the human Sena of the Shalva country, old and blind and driven from his country by his enemies, lives in a forest leading a hermit life. His son, Satyavan, have I chosen for my spouse? Then Narada said, O king, innocent Savitri, hate done ill. Is he not fitting mate for Savitri? The king asked Narada, is the weak in mind or body, wanting in forgiveness or in courage? Narada said, in nothing is the wanting of all this strong and radiant as the sun himself is Satyavan. Generous like Rantideva, just like Shiva, magnificent like Yatiti, and beautiful like the moon. But all this wealth of virtues must pass away from the earth within a year. His span of life is very short. With sinking heart, Savitri heard the sage's word, yet said, but once can a person say, I give away, and I have said it once, I give myself away to Satyavan. I cannot choose again, Narada said, because the daughter wavered not. Okay, king, O kings, I give my blessing to the marriage and went away. Swift messengers went to the Yumsena and they sent backward to Ashwapati. I once myself desired alliance with thee, but saw not how to ask for it in my fallen state. Now that